Hello Glossop Dale students. In today's study skills video, we're going to be having a look at the technique of look, cover, say, write, check. So for this particular study skill, we are going to have a look at a knowledge organizer. So if you have a look at the screen now, we can see that what we have is a biology knowledge organizer. And the task that we've got is to learn the first 5 keywords and key definitions. So the idea with look, cover, write, check is that the first thing that we do is we take a look at the information. So if we take a look at the first keyword, a cell, I am going to cover everything else. So we can see here that the keyword cell is the smallest functional unit in an organism, the building block of life. So I am simply going to now cover that and see if I can remember that key definition. So a cell is the smallest functional unit in an organism. It's part of the building blocks of life. I would then simply uncover and check, have I got the definition right? Okay, a cell, the smallest functional unit in an organism, the building block of life. Yes, so I have remembered that correctly. Now, I would say this a few times to make sure that that definition was secure in my memory. I would then move on to the second key term. So the second key term that I need to learn is the key term for a cell wall. So a cell wall, the plant cell component that surrounds the cell, providing support. Now, I would say that to myself several times. I would then cover and I would check. Can I remember that definition? So a cell wall, the plant cell component that surrounds the cell, providing support. So again, let's uncover, let's check that I have that definition correct. Yes, I have that definition correct. I would then cover both of those definitions. Can I remember both of them? Okay, a cell, the smallest functional unit in an organism, the building block of life. A cell wall, the plant cell component that surrounds the cell, providing support. So I then go to check. Yes, I have those key definitions correct. I would then move on to the third one. Now, when you've done this several times for all 5 of your key terms that you've been tasked to learn, the next stage would be the write check stage. So for this, I would fill out the name of the knowledge organizer. So this is cells. I would also put today's date, which in this particular case is the 15th of November. I would then grab my ruler and underline the date and the title. Now, with my knowledge organizer covered, I would write down my key terms and see how much of each of the definitions I could remember. So that first key term was the word cell. So I would then put down what I could remember the key definition was. So the smallest functional unit in an organism. I would then move on to my second keyword. Okay, the second keyword was for a cell wall. Now, a cell wall is the component that surrounds the cell, providing support. So then my next task, now imagine that I've completed that for all of the 5 keywords and key definitions. So my next task would be to go back to the knowledge organizer and check, have I got it right? Is there anything I have missed? So let's go back to the knowledge organizer and check those keywords against the definitions that I've written. Now at this point, I would get a red pen and I would make any improvements if needed. So a cell, the smallest functional unit, I put is in an organism, and then I've missed this bit here that says the building block of life. So let's add that. And let's read the definition for cell wall. The plant component that surrounds the cell providing the support. So I've missed out that bit of information about it being in a plant cell. So the plant cell component. So I've added that little bit of extra information. Now remember, the whole point of the look, cover, say, write, check is that we do not copy directly from the knowledge organizer, because of course copying is not learning. Thank you.